What up, collective, and welcome to your week ahead forecast. This is for October 13th to the 19th. I hope you guys are doing well. Our power animal for the week is the rat. The rat power animal symbolizes intelligence, resourcefulness, and adaptability, encouraging individuals to be clever survivors who can thrive in challenging circumstances. It represents the ability to find opportunities in adversity, use intellect to overcome obstacles, and tap into inner wisdom. The rat also highlights the importance of community, social connections, and vigilance. So overall, it will be helping with adapting, resourcefulness, intelligence, survival instincts, community, and addressing the shadow self. Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing work with what you have. Someone has to work with what they have this week. Like I was talking about last week, we are all adjusting into what we are meant to be doing for abundance, and some of you are right in the midst of leaving jobs or discovering your purpose, but it's like it wouldn't be realistic for you to just hop out of something, even though you know you're destined for something bigger. And it's like the rat is going to help you with possibly seeing how you can, while completely disengaging from thinking that because you're in like a job or like a 9-to-5, like you can't pursue something. Like some of you really need help with like balancing your work and play. Like if you're somebody who gets off work and you feel like you have no energy to like dedicate to spirit, this is going to be helping you with maybe alleviating that space. I really feel like leaving. Somebody is thinking about quitting their job this week or leaving a relationship. Yeah. This is because, yeah, I'm hearing be careful. So yeah, somebody is too careful or too calculated. There's like a demon in somebody's head, or like a entity, or like this fear that's in your head, and it keeps telling you, try harder, you can't leave. It's like all of these different thoughts. The rat is going to be eliminating that so that you can really address more of what your shadow is trying to say. Because it feels like what Spirit is trying to tell me is our shadow really holds the heart's desires, because the shadow is what we suppress. So as we're kind of rummaging through our skeletons in the closet, we're looking for our heart's desires. Like that's where a lot of us are like. And as we're rummaging through that old closet, you're coming across old t-shirts like, damn, I forgot I had this, metaphorically, of course. Like you could be remembering things like that you used to do that really made you happy, or you could be getting these downloads like, damn, I would be really happy doing that this week. Or that's what the rat is going to help with. Like I would be happy going back to school, or talking to this person again, rekindling this relationship. There is a masculine here who wants to talk to somebody, and this person does want to talk to you too. So I'm reading for a masculine here. Or the masculine collective maybe needs help with taking initiative towards dating again. Maybe for a while you were afraid to court women or date women because of how they are. By the way, guys, I will be doing a series where I'll do a channel podcast on women and why women are women in this life. And then I'll be doing men and why men are men in this life. And then I'll be doing LGBTQ and why you have incarnated as LGBTQ, trans, etc. Just because Spirit was like, everybody needs to understand how deep the meaning of everything is. You're not just a woman in this life for no reason. You're not just a man in this life for no reason. And a lot of the times, with this system that we're born into, it tries to turn us upside down, away from Christ, away from enlightenment. And I was seeing a lot of people in the collective are confused about love and sexuality, and all of that is clearing up this week, especially within this collective with the rat. There's going to be just a lot of certainty once you work through this. Yeah, work through these different traumas and sexual issues. These are things that are going to be coming up. Okay. Okay, I also want to read this. It says, what the rat spirit animal. So this is for those of you who see the rat after this. This is especially for you. You have the resources to succeed. The rat indicates that you have what you need to overcome your current obstacles and achieve your goals. And that's something Spirit was telling me today, because I felt like this energy of loneliness coming on the tribe, like, especially for those of us, the Divine Feminine Collective, we're like really separated from who we were connected to as a twin, or whoever we thought was a twin. Those of you who are like in a separation, there's like an empowerment that you're going to be coming into. Like, I do have all the tools I need. Spirit is all I need, you know, because I was listening to this reader that I'm really loving at this time. Her name, She's a Seer, on YouTube, and she was talking about how, damn, I just forgot what she, I just forgot. It just like snatched out of my head. I don't know why that happened. It's gonna come back to me, but I want it to come back to me. Hold on, y'all, because it was important. Okay, I'm back. I was talking about universal love and how love is universal. And I feel like a lot of you guys are, that's what she was saying too. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, all of us are stepping into realizing this and embodying it more. But there are just a few of you maybe where it's hard, you know, for you to embrace the challenge of letting go of the idea of someone right now. Because it's the very idea that is blocking some of you. And in the twin dynamic, you kind of have to let go of the person, metaphorically and physically, because that's the only way that you can become two separate people. And as I said, I feel like the twin journey starts very karmic, where you are enmeshed as one individual, when really you're supposed to become divine masculine, divine feminine. And a lot of you, for my feminines listening, or even my masculines, you're already separated. You've already kind of worked on this foundation to like love yourself, but maybe who you were connected to, they're not really there yet. And you can't wait. You can't sit. You can't do anything. You can't even really hope. You know what I mean by not you can't, I won't say hope. You can't hope, but you should place the hope in a sense of like, I am calling in a higher love, and leave it at that, rather than attaching it to anything at this time, so that you can get what you're needing to get from Spirit. Because she was talking about how sometimes people funnel love into one person. And that's also something that I was unpacking a while back on the podcast, where I was breaking the love matrix and realizing, you know, monogamy is optional. And at the end of the day, we're here to learn how to become whole within ourselves. And I feel some of you just need help with embracing that, even if you're in a relationship. You know, this is why if you're in a relationship and your person, you feel like they're a little more successful than you, you get triggered, is because that spirit saying maybe you pour too much into this person, and you need to start thinking about your own personal goals, thinking about your own personal dreams, instead of like pouring into this person constantly. That's why you feel inadequate. That's why you don't feel like you're up to par. Even for those in separation, like you may look at somebody from your past and feel like they are living this life, but why? You need to start maybe asking yourself, why don't I have that yet? You know? And the more that you focus on that, there are going to be things that are downloaded to you about how you're going to create your personal heart's desire. That's like beyond love. It's like a happiness, a connection that you feel daily to Spirit, that a lot of you are working on connecting back to. Okay. I hope this isn't too echoey. I'm going to move. Of course. What the hell? I hope they don't start this construction. Okay, but yeah, let's see. What is the card of the week for the collective? What is the card of the week? King of Swords. Yeah, this energy feels more so like a presence, this very sharp, cunning voice that some of you are still working through. It makes you feel very like isolated, defeated. And you're going to be transmuting that this week. You're going to be having the chance to transmute this energy into power, into forward movement, so that you can actually reap the benefits of your spiritual work. You know, like Spirit was telling me this is a time where it's just about me continuing to build my foundation and feel, because, you know, when I was meditating, I was like, that's really all I really genuinely want right now. Like when I think about what's making me unhappy is the fact that I feel like I want more things for myself. I want to get my hair done. I want to get these things. I want to get new clothes. And some of you, you're going to be meditating and realizing it's not really love that I want. I mean, of course I want that, but I want to feel adequate. I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel successful. And I just want to feel connected back to spirit. So that's what you guys are going to be focused on manifesting, is like a foundation, a harvest of like abundance and wealth. And because this Queen of Pentacles has been coming up a lot, which tells me that this is the heart's desire of the collective at this moment, is to be financially secure. And it's okay to like hone into manifesting money. That's what Spirit was telling me. Like, it was just so cool how I instantly hopped tax brackets. Like, and it was just like everything in terms of my clients transformed, like bigger numbers, just like, but I had to really focus on that because, you know, there was still a part of me that was like, I may be alone in this cycle again, you know, but Spirit was like, no. We don't want you to focus on that. You're not going to feel alone with all that bread, with all that money. You ain't going to feel alone. You ain't going to feel lonely once you get this money right. La, 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 wait till I get my money right. It's like, that's where some of you are. It's like, I need to get my money right. This is a perfect time to do like alignment rituals, abundance rituals, making sure that there are no money blockages or things like that in your foundation or root chakra. Because a lot of you, you're meant to travel. You're meant to like move all around the world or have that freedom, financial freedom. And it's like, you're unraveling out of old desires as you go along. I was talking about this in the Fire Signs podcast. What's that? I was talking about that in the Fire Signs not podcast, but the weekly, where like I've been noticing when you're manifesting, you kind of have to unravel out of old timelines and old desires. So like, let's say like at a time you wanted this ex to return, and then like you already shifted desires, like you're like, damn, I want my money actually. But then this person comes in. It's like some of you could be tested or tempted with that. Like right as you get to your heart's desire, what you're trying to manifest, it could be like an ego desire, ego driven filled desire coming in. And it's not to say that, you know, all of you, this person coming in is bad, but it's definitely going to like distract you a little bit. Yeah, there could be like a distraction of an old manifestation coming in from an old timeline. Like maybe you wish that you could get a job and like, but then as you're unemployed, you're like, wait, I can actually be an entrepreneur. I don't need a job. And then right then you get a job, like an interview or somebody calls. This is going to be a test this week, okay? Where you're going to have to really say no, or you're going to have to really take your time to listen to your heart. Because I'm telling you, some of you have just locked into what it is you're supposed to be focusing on. But an old manifestation, an ego, lower vibrational manifestation could be coming in. Yeah. If for those in a relationship, maybe you had an argument with your partner and you were wishing that you guys just break up or stay broken up, and then like, no. I'm trying to get what Spirit is saying. I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. Like you're in a relationship and let's say you wish that you and this person wouldn't be together. The argument comes up and then you start focusing on new love. But then there was a part of you in the past that really wanted this past person. So they come back It's weird stuff like that. It's like you guys are gonna know where you fit, but yeah, you could be. I know as a Cancer moon, I tend to do this, like cling to old manifestations, but we evolve every single day. You do not have to be loyal to anything if it doesn't feel like it's aligned with your path anymore. And some of you, it's like something is not aligned with what you are wishing or what you are wishing for currently. But you could get the old wish this week of either like, and this is destined to happen. So I don't want anybody to feel like, you got to do something to block it. It's like a lesson. It's like something you cannot, it's like a pop quiz. So let's say somebody does return this week. It doesn't mean that you cannot talk to this person, but it's not, something may not happen like overnight, or you're going to be tempted to like fall right back into codependency. It's like, it's a test. So I'm giving y'all a heads up now that, if you felt excited about something and then something from the past comes up or old manifestation, you may highly want to just take a moment to consider if it's the right thing to do. Okay, some of you it is, some of you it isn't, but I feel like it's not really. I feel like it's not really. There's like a mindfulness that you're going to have to it. Yeah. And for those of you who do want a job and you get this offer, it's still like good to not give up on the ideas that you started to build during your unemployment. Like write them down. Make sure to use whatever offer comes in to fund these ideas. And for those who feel strong enough to say no to the offer, there is going to be a blessing. And that's for those who really know Spirit has been telling you, you are not meant to go back to this job, or you're meant to do something specifically, not just like how everybody else does it. Let's see. I'm hearing cardio. Cardio workouts are really good for those who are already in alignment, and it's good to like move the body at this time. I know Spirit has my schedule like full of dance this week. So a lot of you would benefit from just moving your body, especially if you feel like none of those messages really resonated. You're chilling, like you feel like you just got out of those things. You're just in hermit mode, like in a place of acceptance. Yeah, for that tribe, there is a blessing of love coming in. There is definitely a blessing of love. You would be seeing 10-10, 11-11, like master syncs, like 11-33. Those are the ones that I love because mastered, okay? That means your divine feminine and masculine energies are mastered. And so therefore, of course, your reality has to project that back. It has to project back somebody who also is in that energy. And all some of you need to realize is once you hold your energy, it has to come back to you. So it's no way that you would ever like end up being alone forever as long as you're healing. Okay, staying in alignment with your heart and just what's healthy for you. A lot of you know that by now. You know that when you do certain things, it pulls you down. Or when you talk about certain things, it makes you feel this way. Like some of you have an obsession, like deep down about somebody. And it's just, you don't realize that this is still like an entity attached to you. And it takes a while to get over like, codependency, especially if you were somebody who was neglected or abandoned as a child. But you have to admit it to yourself. You have to have this very like harsh conversation with yourself. I think we were talking about that last week about being real about the projections that you put onto people when really like people have showed you who they are. And you've been the one kind of living in what they could be more so than what they are. And so a lot of you who have already worked through that, there's still a part of you that has to fully like live in this life that you already rectify something with somebody. You already saw everything that you needed to. Because once you get into that energy, anything that you did not see will be revealed. So for those of you who feel like, I don't get answers, I don't have clarity, I don't have closure from this person, you need to put yourself in the mind that you do. So that something can open up. Because I feel like the first closure is the walking away, you know, and then it's when we start digging into the spirit realm, especially my femmes, that we start seeing the developments in the spirit realm, but then the physical person is not. And, you know, that's why sometimes it's just good to not even look into stuff like that when people walk away. I feel like moving forward with my relationships, and that's a lesson that I learned, because I told you guys when I first got out of my relationship, I was channeling into it so much. And granted that I did get clarity, like it helped me to move forward, I could also see like times where it's like it wasn't so helpful, you know, because it's just better to not know. So, you know, I would recommend, like, anybody you're stuck on, always just ask spirit, is there anything I need to know about this person? You know, more so than it being like these very specific probing questions, you know, like, because spirit will tell you what you need to know. And if there's nothing you need to know, that means that you need to turn back within and keep letting them go. Okay, because spirit would tell you, we don't think you should let this person go. We think that you should do this right now. But spirit will tell you, if they feel like somebody is not good, we think that it's time to start letting this person go so that your healing journey can proceed. And it's like some of you are still coming to terms with that, mastering it, getting better at, because you may have been like me, already on it, but having like these slip up moments, and that's okay. But you know, a lot of us are going to be getting stronger and feeling strong enough to like really trust that whatever we're being called to let go of is for the best, even if it's a job, you know, because I do see a lot of pentacles here. All right, so that's mainly what I'm getting on this week ahead forecast. I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace out.